It's not.
There's a question back that Paul asked. Do you think global security roles are more complex than ever before? No, not really. I think there's always been conflicts, isn't there? It's clearly kind of pretty. It's complicated at the moment, but I don't think they're more complex now than ever. I think they've always been quite complex, and the geopolitical situation is constant, right? I mean, it changes, and it's the focus of the changes. But no, I don't think they're any more complex than ever before. I think it's a smaller world now. Maybe it's not quite as complex. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the other thing actually which reduces some of the complexity is, 20 years ago, back in the dim and distant past of security jobs, you would have a regional security head. Nowadays, quite often you have a regional security head who will then manage some investigators and some intel analysts and some crisis management people. So there's still those generalist roles out there, but there's a lot more SME roles as well. So, by their very nature, they are a lot more niche in what they focus on. So, but the world is still, as James suggested, still a very complex place. And if you're dealing with security and having to deal with Ukraine and Israel and Gaza and stuff, it's going to be complicated. Yeah.
I think we've pretty much, unless anyone's got any other questions, I think we're kind of coming to an end. I've put 3 email addresses in there. One's mine, one's Chris's, one is Angela. Angela's joined us a couple of weeks ago, and she's got some really interesting projects at the moment, and she's got some really interesting projects coming up. Please connect to her, connect to Zainab, connect to Gavin on LinkedIn, and that will ensure that you're really kind of kept informed of what we have and any of these kind of events. And we'd love to do it again. We'd love to get your feedback as well, please. So if you could I don't know, LinkedIn, or pop us a note and let us know what you thought went well and what didn't go so well. There's a question we've missed actually about, I've come from a security background in security management in the MENA region, and then sure how to fit my skill set into the UK market. Look, you can remove the region and you can insert footprint, and it's not all about geography. I think if you're running MENA and you're running, I don't know, 50 sites across MENA, then that translates really well. The context is given to you by the job description, in my opinion. If you can take the language from the job description, you can translate what you've done in MENA to EMEA or Europe. There have been many cases of people that made that transition. It's a pretty straightforward transition, as long as you get the message right, in my opinion.
Yeah. I think the only thing that puts people off is that they see, if you're looking at security for, I don't know, a bank that has sites in, London and Frankfurt and Paris, being in a high risk environment isn't directly relevant to that. But there's still lots of crossovers. I think, it's not like you're wandering around armed in a war zone yourself, I suspect. So you just need to really talk about the kind of business elements of your role. And some of the, whether it be a bank or an oil firm or a tech firm or whatever, there are definitely similarities. You just need to really focus on those. But there will be opportunities out there for you. So as James said, get in touch with us, drop us a line, LinkedIn, email, whatever. We're going to try and do these regularly. So if you didn't get to ask your question or just felt a bit shy, we will do another one in a few weeks, and you're welcome to ask again. But thank you very much for your time. It's been lovely to answer so many questions, and we wish everyone a lovely day.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.